And you are looking at arguably the most famous house in the world at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, Washington, D.C., the home and the office of the most influential politician on the planet, because the decisions made in the White House ripple right across the world.
Across 50 states and one capital district, Americans have been voting. They will decide the winner. Will it be Donald Trump making a comeback, or Kamala Harris becoming a history maker and taking her place as the 47th president?
Hello, I'm Andrea Sankey, and welcome to TRT World's special live coverage of the U.S. presidential election.
I'm Adnan Nawaz. It's not just the White House that is being contested, because control of Congress is also up for grabs. This is the 60th U.S. presidential election. Rarely in the past 236 years has it mattered so much. In the hours ahead, we're going to examine why.
Absolutely, because what the U.S. does by accident or by design can fundamentally affect the lives of so many people in so many places. It's a domestic contest with global implications, and we'll be taking you around the world to our anchors, analysts, and regional experts to find out what it all means.
Yes, we should get the first exit polls very soon. And throughout the hours ahead, I'll be keeping you up to date on the race between Kamala Harris and Donald Trump. 538 votes are up for grabs in the Electoral College, so whoever gets to 270 is the winner. Well, it's quite a complicated process, Electoral College, but don't worry, I'll give you the Election 101, the complete newcomer's guide, a little later. And of course, there's always a small chance of a tie after 4 months of madness.
I accept your nomination to be President of the United States of America.
Take a look at what happened. I took a bullet for democracy.
Was enough! And I said, let Trumpomania!
If somebody breaks in my house, they're getting shot.
Yes, I hear that. I hear that.
Probably should not have said that.
The late, great Hannibal Lecter, I'm not a Nazi.
I will be the best friend Jewish Americans have ever had in the White House.
I can imagine what can be and be unburdened by what has been, you know?
You think you just fell out of a coconut tree? You think you just fell out of a coconut tree? You exist in the context.
In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats.
You know what? If you want Donald Trump to win, then say that, otherwise I'm speaking.
President Trump, will you come speak to us?
The judge was a tyrant. Yesterday, the court handed down a victory for the Constitution, a victory for the rule of law, and above all, a victory for life. Can I give it to these guys here? Thank you.
Today, our daughters know fewer rights than their grandmothers. This is a healthcare crisis.
Is it weird for you to see Liz Cheney, that'd be Dick Cheney's repulsive little daughter?
But his daughter is a very dumb individual. They don't think in terms of garbage, okay? They don't use terms like that.
It's fun to stay at the YMCA. It's fun to stay at the YMCA.
If I win, we will treat those people from January 6th fairly. And if it requires pardons, we will give them pardons.
Are we ready to win?
Let me hear that music, please.
Everyone, let's thank President Trump.
Nice and loud.
God bless you. Let's send President Trump back to the White House.
Now, the way the US chooses a president is an unusual process. It's not like most of the places. For example, choosing the presidents of the likes of Brazil, France, or even South Africa is a pretty straightforward process, right? Either 1 or 2 rounds, with whoever pulls in more than 50% of the votes getting the job. But the US is different. It's all about something called the Electoral College, which is a system, not an actual physical place. Across the US, there are 538 Electoral College votes up for grabs. Each state gets a set number of votes, roughly according to its population. But to win the state, you need over 50% of the vote to get to every single Electoral College vote for that state. So if Trump gets over 50% of the vote in, say, Pennsylvania, for example, he gets all the state's 19 Electoral College votes, as he did in 2016 when he ran against Hillary Clinton and won the White House with 307 Electoral College votes across the country. However, he actually got 3 million votes less than her nationally. That's why every time the election comes round, the question of fairness is raised. And this is why some people have been asking and talking about reform, asking, is this really democracy at work? Well, for more detail on this, let's now speak to Victoria. AP has called Florida for Donald Trump with more than 90% counted. He has 56% of the vote, with Harris on 43%. This isn't too much of a shock, though. Trump has polls strongly here, and it's been his home state. He's won it in both 2016 and 2020. 2016 by 1% and 2020 by 3%. So what does this do for the Electoral College? Well, it's still very tight. Trump has more than 100 votes and Harris has over 70, but the night is still young.